Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. What can I say? Thank you so much for the support, for watching the videos and listening to the podcast. Remember to continue to subscribe and to like the video. So, today's topic, let me tell you where the inspiration came from, right? Um, I just thought of how, the way society has really painted men, and they're usually these words for like men are trash or men are dogs, and there's always something negative to say about men. I think I've also just been a really big culprit because I've not also had like the best examples, or I'm not really like, I've interacted with healthy men, yes, but I've seen a lot of toxic men. So there's that aspect. But then I sat down, right? I think this was last year, and I was like, I think I would like to learn a thing or two from men because I just feel like probably, this is not my gender, right? I'm female, and they're male, and I feel like we're totally different. And I just wanted to see what are the things that I can learn from men that I can actually use for myself and just, help to benefit myself other than just thinking that these people are dogs and they're trash. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into it. So, just for background, right? Here we're talking about men, okay? So, we're not talking about boys. We're talking about men. Like, it doesn't even matter the age. Someone can be 40 and can still be a boy. That I have seen for sure. So, yeah, we're talking about men. So, first point, men have this audacity. And I've really seen it when it comes to the tech scene, right? Because I'm a tech babe, right? And for a man, he may not even know how to write like specific code or specific language, but he'll take up the role and work. He'll even attend an interview and act like he actually knows what he's doing. Honestly. So one of the things that I have really learned from men is that they have audacity. They have some confidence. It's like, I'm going to get what I want, whether I deserve it or not, whether I'm qualified for it or not. Like, I'm just going to apply and I'm just going to go for it. Even when like they're hitting on you as a girl, there's some guys who, you can clearly see that this guy, but the way he approaches you with so much confidence, like, wow. Honestly, I feel like that audacity is very attractive. Very attractive. So I feel like for me, this is one of the things that I've embraced. And I think that I am still embracing. I have high audacity and I have very high confidence. So even when I'm walking in a room, I'm just like, you know what? I own this. Like, I have this. I got this. Yeah. So for my 2024, I really got to learn how to work with the audacity of a man. Because someone showed me audacity and where. Anyway, let's not go there. Um, Another thing I got to learn is men listen to action and not words, right? So this is the thing. Even when handling a guy, right? Previously I really used to complain a lot when I was in my previous relationship. I used to talk a lot, like I'd speak and complain and say, and I feel like naturally for us ladies, we really are very expressive, which is a good thing. But the thing is, men don't listen to words. These people listen to action. You do something about the situation, right? For example, if you see something is not working out, or if there's something that you don't like, um, and you say it once, you say that, okay, I actually don't like it, and you show them the consequences of their actions, and this guy will actually think about it, right? And another thing about us women is, a man will make a mistake, he'll come back, and he'll start explaining himself, he'll talk, and try to cook up a story, and us as women we listen. But that should not be the case. So this thing actually goes in two ways. That the standard is that men are all about action. So for us ladies, most of the time, words are a big deal. But if we could just try not to listen to them and give them an opportunity to actually show you rather than you just listening to their words to show you that there's actually going to be change, then that's a big difference. Like, that's a game changer. And for like one thing about men themselves is that when they make a mistake, the only way for you to see a change, or rather for them to feel like they don't want to do this, they're not going to do this again, it's not by you complaining about it. It's by you doing something about it. I think one of the things that I've heard a lot as I've listened to different podcasts is how when a woman decides, okay, I'm detaching and I'm focusing on myself, as soon as a man realizes, oh my God, I made a mistake. You see, like making actions like loving yourself, focusing on yourself, of course, that should be standard. Like, it's not even something that you should be thinking about. But I feel like it's such a strong thing for you to talk less and do more. And this actually goes to my next point of prioritizing your needs. Men prioritize their needs, they make decisions in their best interest. They're like, what is the ROI, return on investment for this? If it does not serve them, they will not even think about it. They just remove it. They just cut you off. Once your value has ended in their life, they just cut you off. And let me tell you something. Or like if you cross a boundary with them, it's like you cross the boundary. And I don't entertain that. And I actually meant, like this is a boundary and I'm not going to entertain it. And you're out. And I feel like that's something that we need to really embrace as women. That is something that I am still struggling to embrace. I think because, of course, I have like the emotional part of it. Like, okay, you've crossed the boundary, and I usually still have this thing for, okay, I want to see the best out of you. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. I'm still so feminine. So I still have this soft side and stuff. But you know what? Look at the amount of stories that women give complaining about, oh, he did this and I stayed. He did this, oh, I saw the goodness. Nah, 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 nah. I actually sat myself down and I was like, you know what? I will also be sitting down and asking myself the same questions. Is this serving me? What benefit am I getting from this situation? If there's no benefit for me, then why am I still here? Like, value yourself. It's more than the emotion. I understand, like, even for me, I usually have emotions, like very strong emotions. Hormonal imbalance. Kwanza, it depends on the week. Being a girl is crazy. Like, it literally depends on the week. Like, sometimes I just feel everything is okay, we're cool. Next thing you're sad. Next thing you feel like, oh my God, I wish I was still in love. But look, think about yourself. Does this add value to me? When someone crosses a boundary with you, or someone does something and like you have your non-negotiables, you need to stand on business. I mean, men stand on business. They really, really do. And they're not even shaken. Like, so this is what I usually do. I put myself in a situation, I stand on business, even if later on my heart will be like, I want to have mercy. I want to be soft. But then I'm just like, I am shaking, but at least I've stood on business. You see, it's something that I'm still struggling with, but we need to learn this thing from men. And being logical, looking at situations from a logical point of view, especially if you're in the corporate world or you're working in tech. Hey, girly, you need to be thinking. Put your emotions aside and use your brain. I feel like this is something very phenomenal that I really admire in men. Where in a situation, we sit down, we think, and we think of a solution. I think a lot of situations have happened. And when you speak to a man and you tell him, oh, but they have this issue, the first thing he probably just thinks of is, what's the solution? Like, what can we do about it? Right? And I feel like if you mix that aspect of being logical and also being empathetic, right? If you have both of them in the same cup, oh Lord, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be very, very beautiful. And so this is what I believe, right? As women, we're blessed to have emotion because at the end of the day, as a human being, you want to be loved. You want to experience love. You want to experience the best of life, right? But like sometimes our emotions really need to be put aside because, and this is something that some guy used to tell me, that I'm being too emotional. It's not bad to be emotional. It's good because it shows that you have a heart, you care. But in certain scenarios, that's why I've been like, if you're in the corporate space, if you're in the tech space, you need to be logical. If even if you're in a relationship, I mean, you can't be there crying all the time. Sometimes you need to sit down and say, okay, this is the way the situation is. Okay, I finished crying, but this is the way the situation is, and we need a solution, and we need it now. So what are we gonna do about it? Right? I feel like men really, really shine when it comes to using logic. The empathetic part, which is something that I would really love for them to learn as well. I mean, just being able to listen to someone and understanding where they're coming from. And sometimes not just looking for a solution immediately, but, having the empathetic side before now putting in the logic. Okay, so now what can we do about it? And the what can we do about it really comes after how do you feel? But once we have the balance, like once someone is able to strike the balance between the two, whew, it's giving leader, it's giving maturity. it's very, very attractive. Men also take calculated risks. This is something that I've learned with men. Though sometimes it actually goes against them. Like those risks, sometimes they just make a risk and end up, what is the word? End up getting auctioned because of making bad risks. But as a lady, this is a great thing to learn from men. These guys take risks. Oh my God. You need to take those risks. Just make sure they're calculated risks and make informative decisions as well. And trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Your mind and view of life will be so different because you will not have fear in your heart. For me, I'm a Christian girl, so definitely I've not been given the spirit of fear, but a spirit of a sound mind, of love, and of power. Right? So take those risks. Take them. Take them. And I've also learned that men are very direct. There's no sugarcoating. Say it as it is. Of course, this is what I have to say. Just striking the balance and getting to know where to use these specific things is very important because being direct is something that men have completely. And I feel like the whole being direct thing is very good because, like, in a relationship, if you don't want something, as a woman, some women will be like, okay, I don't know, we know. But like a man will be like, look, Mimi, it's either you cook chapati or you don't, or you're not in my life. That's just how I am. Um, it's not something that, or I don't like this. Or I feel like you did this, and it's just communication, and it's direct. Or I don't want to be in this anymore. But I also learned it's not all men. Honestly, for this point, it's not all men. But it's so important to be direct without thinking about, oh my God, am I going to hurt the other person? Oh, I feel like there's just that balance. This point really goes for striking a balance. Because there are people who you can be very direct with, and then there are others who you just have to sugarcoat because they're so emotional. Well, emotional might actually just be me. Anyway, you know what? This last point is not something I think we should emulate from men, but it's just something that I learned from them. Is that men lie? This one, I have seen it. These people lie. In their pursuit of being audacious, being direct, taking calculated risks, they lie. They lie so much. But it's not all of them. This one I really don't think we should emulate. I just feel like um I don't even have a point. This is something that I've noticed over time is that men lie. I don't want I mean this is not a men are trash or men are dogs. No. It's just that but man, why do you lie? Why? Because a man will tell you A, B, and C. And then when now you start interacting with him, and then you look at the text, or you think about, or you try to remember the things that he told you, he's like, but that's not, like you said A, but I can literally see B. But this is not for all men. Not all men lie. It's really nice when you meet a man who says A, and his A is A, and his B is B. And I feel like they lie to whoever they want to lie with. It's not, they don't lie to everyone. There are people they will be direct and honest with. Honestly. And it's important for you as a woman to know that you're valuable. As you're interacting with other people, always understand that you're valuable. Valuable. But anyway, this is for both men and women, right? As a human being, just always remember that you're valuable, value your time, value who you are as a person. And I feel like there are also things that men can learn from us women, right? And the things that women have as gifts, like their gut feeling, that is so important for a man. So I just really understand, like, a lot of us, like, we have feminists and we're always out here arguing and fighting. But, when you sit down and think about it, and if we just sit down and we decide, okay, guys, we want to actually come to a point where we're at peace and see what we can do for one another and how we can help each other, there's a lot to learn from each other. A lot. And it would really help us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Remember to subscribe to my channel and to give this video a like. Bye bye.